My name is Brittany Ferguson. I believe my life experiences, culture, and perception have given me the strength, taught me structure, determination, how to cope with winning and losing, to being my best and worst, the trials of friendships, and everything else I've learned in my 21 years of life. But above everything, love and compassion, faith and laughter, I acknowledge to be the most important, and this is the concept I choose to live out on a daily basis. I come from a family who is active, very competitive, and supportive. My self-drive started at a young age where I was a competitive gymnast. My sisters were gymnasts as well, whereas my mom was a gymnastics coach, my dad a football and baseball coach, and my brother did every sport. Unless you've done gymnastics, it's truly difficult to understand the mental toughness that is required to endure not just the physicality of the sport, but the commitment, responsibility, focus, and oftentimes fear of being a gymnast. I endured this sport for almost 10 years before retiring and jumping right into being a dancer. My success with the transition from gymnastics to dance was in large part due to the tenacity and self-motivation that I received from my experience in a tough sport. The two sports are alike in ways like focus, hard work, time, movement, but they are very different in a way of communication. In gymnastics, your coach tells you to do 100 push-ups and you do it. When they tell you to do a backflip on the beam, you don't tell them you're scared. You just do it. Mental blocks are developed and you don't know why you're scared to do the same thing you've done 1,000 times before. There's no way to communicate this to your coach, and you just find a way. In dance, especially collegiate dance, communicating with your team is essential in mastering unison through our movement and dancing. I feel that dance brings more emotions to the surface and expressing yourself is more acceptable. Gymnastics is more of an individual sport where being on the dance team is a team. You work together to create, and this has been monumental in my growth of communication. My family plays a huge role in who I am and have become. The unconditional love they have given me, the morals they've taught me, have instilled the beliefs and the tenets that I live by. Going to church, reading my Bible, and growing in my faith have all shaped the person I have grown to become. I have an overwhelming sense of compassion and thrive on showing kindness to others around me. Accepting and understanding that people have differences in values, beliefs, and view things completely differently than I do helps me have a more open mind. I feel I have many experiences in life that exemplify how I see culture, but the ones that come to mind are very different from one another, yet both have impacted me greatly. One example that came to mind and really opened my eyes to see a culture I truly would have never experienced had I not been submerged into it was my trip to Kenya. Although I knew there was extreme poverty and the culture was so different, I also realized that just because their culture was different than mine, I was able to communicate effectively through compassion and love. I found myself laughing with, hugging, interacting, even through the language barrier. For those that know me, laughing consumes a large portion of my day. Not just giggling here and there, but like full-blown, uncontrollable laughter, tears streaming down my face. People often comment on how much I laugh. I'd like to believe that I'm just a happy person. The fact is, my whole family is like this. People stare at us, but I'll say it's contagious, and what better way to spend the day than spreading joy? I feel the culture or family dynamics that I was brought up in has effectively taught me how to communicate by showing compassion on a day-to-day basis and strength and determination through my life experiences. In regards to social comparison, accepting everyone and putting yourself out there and being on the dance team has exposed me to not only my teammates, but to being active on the campus and meeting people and becoming more comfortable in communicating with a whole wide range of individuals. Dance has also helped me with my self-esteem. By dancing in front of thousands of people, it helps to have my teammates by my side doing the same thing. Overall, I feel like socially I'm someone that can fit in almost anywhere as long as I can be a light to the ones around me and lift others up, and spreading kindness is truly my goal.